Good evening to all of you, and thank you for joining us on 13 Plus. I'm Mary Coleman. Happy Thursday. It's almost Friday. Looking forward to that. Let's start with our first story this evening. Well, the last thing you want is to be waiting for dinner to finish cooking in the oven, and you hear that oven door explode. Well, believe it or not, it's happening a lot more than you may think. Our national investigative team looked into the problem and has some hints on how you can prevent this from happening to you and your family in your home.
On top of look both ways before you cross the street, don't talk to strangers, now it's stay away from the oven.
A mother warns about the potential danger that could be in your kitchen. The Consumer Product Safety Commission has received hundreds of reports of glass oven doors exploding without warning.
The majority of modern ovens use tempered glass. Tempered glass is manufactured in extremely high temperatures and then rapidly cooled. This process makes it around 4 times stronger than regular glass. However, tempered glass can still shatter, and when it does, it tends to do so suddenly and violently.
Reporter Susan Campbell examines what's causing glass doors to shatter and why they can be even more frustrating to fix.
The kitchen is one of Nicole Sanchez's favorite places with her kids. They talk,
And it was a spider.
they laugh, and they used to bake together, but not anymore.
All of a sudden I hear this boom, and I'm like, what on earth is that? I go running into the kitchen, I slide on the glass.
It took her a minute to realize what had actually happened.
And I'm like, oh my goodness, our oven just exploded. Glass flew as far as behind the fridge. It came into here. I mean, it was just like a big boom, an explosion of hot glass.
These are some of the pieces of that shattered oven door.
It's a Frigidaire. We've had it for about 3 years. I called them. They said, oh, it's not in warranty anymore, so there's nothing we can do. It's considered cosmetic. And I'm like, hold on. Cosmetic is like a scratch. Cosmetic is not hot flying glass that explodes in your kitchen.
According to the Consumer Product Safety Commission, the agency has received 450 reports of oven door shattering from 2019 through 2021. And a review of more recent reports on saferproducts.gov reveals a slew of additional complaints, many of them involving Frigidaire models.
You know, we were using the oven in the way it was meant to be used, and the front door exploded.
Frigidaire's parent company, Electrolux, said it takes safety seriously and said all products comply with household cooking standards. According to the company, glass failures are infrequent, but can be caused by imperfections in the glass or damage that happened during use.
It doesn't say anything in any of the manuals online or the one that I have that the glass could actually explode. So I think there definitely needs to be a recall or at least a warning issued to people.
In a statement, the CPSC said while CPSC has not issued recalls or warnings on shattering oven doors in recent years, we do take all incidents involving shattered glass seriously, adding no severe injuries beyond stitches were reported.
Tempered glass is very strong, but when it does fail like this, it can explode in these, into lots of many pieces. And even though it's intended not to cause lacerations, it certainly does.
Sean Kane is the founder of Safety Research and Strategies, which advocates for consumer safety. He says recalls are difficult to initiate.
Especially with something like this, because there's this intermingling of where does the defect originate from? Is it in the design, the manufacturing, or is it something that happened afterward?
I was standing like this.
Nicole can't help but think about the what ifs.
And the scary part about that is that my little guy was just looking in the window about 10 minutes before this happened. So it's really scary to think what could have happened if his face would have been in the window when the glass exploded.
Electrolux said though Sanchez's oven was out of the warranty period, the company is offering her a discount on parts for replacement glass. The company also offered some tips to help prevent oven door glass from breaking. Don't close the oven door until all the oven racks are fully in place. Do not hit glass with pots, pans, or any other object. Scratching, hitting, jarring, or stressing that glass may weaken its structure, causing an increased risk of breakage at a later time.
And to our final story for this evening, nearly 60% of homeowners are putting off home repairs because of the costs right now. In this Watching Your Wallet, consumer investigator Rachel DePompa talked with people behind this new study to find out more and what homeowners can do to start saving up for that much-needed home maintenance.
This study was really inspired by inflation and the rising cost of home insurance premiums. Today's homeowner surveyed 1,000 Americans and found 82% have at least one thing in their home that needs repaired, and 60% of them really can't afford to fix it. Haley Neff is a member of the research team with Today's Homeowner. She says they found many homeowners are delaying important home fixes for 6 months or more.
If it's something really urgent that they need to pay for now, we found that about 21% of them are going to be turning to credit cards, 13% are going to be turning to personal loans, and another 13% are going to be dipping into their personal savings accounts, which is just not good for any, financial homeowner's wallet.
If you're struggling and the home repairs are piling up, Neff says you need to shop around and get several different quotes for any project. Be vigilant when picking a handy person, a plumber, and electrician. Read the online reviews.
If you can get a personal recommendation from someone that you trust in your life, like I always ask my dad, I'm like, Dad, who do you call? Because I know that I can trust him. And then don't be afraid to search around for a few different options. Get a quote from a few different companies if you have the luxury of, waiting if it's not an emergency.
Neff says they found 31% of homeowners have $1,000 or less saved for home emergencies. She says the best thing you can do is build up that savings for a home emergency. If you have to, start small, just $25 or $50 a month. It adds up before you know it. With this Watching Your Wallet, I'm Rachel DePompa.
We hope you're having a great evening and will join us for 13 News Live at 10. For now, we will leave you with a live look outside. If you went to the rodeo parade, hope you had a blast and continue having a blast during the rest of rodeo week here in Tucson. We'll see you soon.